It needs
It just what?
time. It needs time to put on my hijab if you.
No. I said you don't have to.
Oh, you don't
To
have to. Sorry, I misheard
yeah.
that. I
Mm-hmm.
misheard that. Sorry.
That's okay. That's why I said don't worry about it. Don't need to sweat.
Okay,
Okay, so how long will it take you to, to teach? 10 minutes? Around 10
10
minutes?
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay, all right. I think okay, I have allowed participants to share their screen. Let me check. Um, okay, do you have the option to share your screen, Kak Priscilla?
Yeah.
Okay, you do. All right. Okay, so before we start, let's start our class as usual with basmalah and doa ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilman warzuqni fahman rabbil shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin. All right, Kak Priscilla, time is yours. Go ahead. I'm going to be quiet.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm sending my request.
There you
Alright.
go. Oh, I have allowed that. I can see your screen now. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I will imagine this is our first meeting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, do you want me to be
So,
animated and interact with you, or do you want me to keep quiet?
whatever you want, actually. How
Okay.
how would you assess my assignment?
Uh, yeah, I think I will
So
go
based on
along
what?
with it. I think I'll go along with it. If I feel like I need to answer you, then I'll
Oh,
answer you.
okay, right. So because this is the first meeting, so assume that this is our meeting. So yeah, allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Priscilla, and I like figure that as the one who will teach you here. You can call me Miss Priscilla or Miss Ega. Sorry, Miss Priscilla. Sorry, that's my formal name. Miss Priscilla or Kak Ega, whatever you want. I'm trying to get close. Just don't mind me. Be be comfortable and enjoy this course. So, yeah, I'm from Banyuwangi, and I'm I have been teaching English since 2024. I've been teaching English for 4 years. That's all I think. Now it's your turn. Would you like to tell about yourself to me?
Okay, all right, Miss Priscilla. It's nice to meet you. My name is Igna, and I'm a high school student. I,
High school student. Okay, nice.
yeah, all right.
Okay, since this is our first meeting, I would like. I think this is the best. This would be suit to our first meeting to discuss
Mhm.
about self-introduction. In this self-introduction, I would show you. First thing is the term itself, an introduction. What is introduction? Well, uh, it's when someone share information about themselves, about ourselves to others. In many cases, like first meetings, new classes, interviews, new environments. Like basically in the new environments, we introduce ourselves. And for the structure, we don't know well about the structure, but so Do you, how do you know? How far you know about the structure of introduction? Well, the first thing, greeting. When we welcome others warmly, like for example, good morning, hi, or how is it going? We basically welcome others warmly, and then telling our name. We tell others about our name, our full name, if it's needed, and of course, how we call ourselves, our nickname. And then basic information, for example, age, and then where we're from, where do where do we work, and if we work, or if we are student, where do we study, and then what our hobbies are. And then finally, closing. But in case if you have long conversation and then blah blah blah, and then finally you close your introduction maybe at the end after conversation, like for example, okay, that's all. I think it's nice to see you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see ya. Bye. Something like that. And yeah, the right side, sorry, the right side here is the example of introduction. Good morning, my name is Rina, I am blah blah blah, I'm from Malang. And if you're university student and also uh, majoring in English literature, your hobbies, and then closing, nice to meet you. Right, and then introduction vocabularies here provides many, there are very ways of saying, of delivering your greetings, basically the structures of introduction from greetings and telling your name, basic information, like I mentioned it before, and so on. First, greetings. There are both ways. There are two ways uh, of greetings, formal and casual. Formal, for example, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello is the more formal way of greetings. And casual is like hi, hey, hello there, hi there. It sounds more casual and chill, basically. That's how you greet your your friends or your your sister, yeah, the same age as you. And then telling your name, my name is, or I am, these are just the shortened version or the contraction. You can shorten it like I am become I'm, and then you can call me if you want to tell your nickname. My full name is blah blah blah, and then please call me. That's how you uh, explain your nickname. Useful variations. Useful variations here too. Actually, it happens when you try to present in front of people. Like, let me introduce myself. My name is blah blah blah, and I would like to introduce myself. I am Priscilla. And then age, job, origins, school, study, hobbies, interests. I am 26 years old. I'm 26 years old, or I am 26 years of age, even though it's a bit off actually, but yeah, you can use it. Um, and then where are you from? I'm from Banyuwangi. I come from, it's the same way to say where you're from. And I was born in Banyuwangi. Your occupation, your job. I am a teacher. I work as an employee. My job is blah blah blah. And then your school or study, if you're a student, I study at uh PGRI Banyuwangi University. Thankfully, I don't forget my university name. I am a student at, yeah, at which school, you name it. And then I major, mentioning your faculty, maybe. I major in uh, English education, and then your hobbies. My hobby is, if you have one hobby, and then my hobbies are, if you have more than one hobbies. So yeah, the last one. Closing. Formal and casual way to close your introduction. Formal. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your attention. That concludes my introduction. And then it is a pleasure to meet you. That means you are happy. You are happy to see your people, and that's why you're saying it is a pleasure to meet you. And then I look forward to working with you. That means you are happy, and then you're waiting for uh to be working with them again. That's that's how you say I look forward to working with you. And then casual closing. That's all. That's it. Nice to meet you. See you. Bye. I know that's very short. It's more because that's more casual, and because it's casual, it sounds very chill. And these are the example of formal and casual introduction. As you can read by yourself, good morning, my name is blah blah blah. I'm 22 years old, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, as I mentioned before, um have you remembered that I said allow me to introduce myself or let me introduce yourself. You can use it in this formal introduction. My hobbies are reading and listening to music. Thank you for your attention. It is a pleasure to meet you. Like that.
All right.
And then a casual introduction. Oh, I think it's time is up. Really? Isn't it?
Right. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it ended. How do you usually end your class?
Okay. So far, do you have any question? Or
Okay.
may or maybe
Okay.
or maybe
Uh-huh.
I have uh explained it too fast. Maybe yeah. Do you have any question?
Okay. So, Miss, when do we know when should we use the formal introduction phrases or expressions that you have explained, and when do we use the casual ones?
Well, yeah, formal basically in the formal environment, like when you study in the school, you meet your not only with your friends because there's also your teacher. Obviously, you don't introduce yourself in casual because it doesn't sound polite. So you introduce yourself with formal introduction, and then casual when you to introduce yourself with your friends, yeah, the same age as you, and then maybe your sisters or your cousins, your nephew, niece. Yeah.
I see. Okay, thank you, Miss.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. I appreciate that. Is that all, or maybe you have another?
Yes, that is all, I think.
Thank you so much. So I hope that helps you to learn for today's meeting, and I hope I'll hope to see you again for next meeting. Have
Okay,
a great
Miss. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.
Okay, all right, Michelle. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Kak Priscilla, yeah, for demonstrating that so I get an idea how do you usually teach your class. Okay, so first and foremost, this is the Google Slides ya, Kak Priscilla.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Because it doesn't look like Canva, it looks like Google Slides. Okay, do you usually present your PPT this way, or do you usually enter in full screen?
Yeah, this way. I should
Y-
right present this in the
Yeah,
whole
yeah, you should.
screen.
But yeah, my question is it just because this is some kind of practice, or do you usually do it?
Oh yeah, my mistake, my bad.
Oh, okay, okay. But this is not
So
your
yeah,
usual way of
I
teaching,
have
right?
to tell you that I have to tell you that I forgot a lot of things when I teach pe people, you know,
Oh,
showing full
really?
screen, recording the.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're still getting into the drill of it. Yeah, you're still getting into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see, I see. Because that was my problem as well when I first started teaching online for a few months. In the first few months, I kept forgetting to record. So, after even 20 minutes of the class, and one of my students would ask, Miss, have you recorded the class? Oh, sorry, thank you for reminding me. So, it takes time to get used to it, yeah, to remember to do it. But do you usually enter it in full screen or not always? Not always, yeah.
Actually, I just once showing full screen once
Mm.
because the students request.
Oh, okay. All
And
right.
I didn't know actually how to,
To enter full screen.
yeah, and then my student
Oh.
taught me
Oh,
how to do it.
wow. Okay, that's very nice. That's so cute. But yeah, that's okay actually, Capricorn, because you're still learning. But if you want to be more professional, especially since in a short time, perhaps that you'll be appointed to teach business English class, then you'll have to, prepare yourself for a more professional environment. Then I suggest you to, get used to it. Okay, do you have a font stand? A phone stand or tripod or something that you can have your phone to be propped in front of you. Do you have something like that, Kak Priscilla?
Uh, may I know why do I have to do that?
Uh, I know. So it will help you to actually learn remotely. So that's what my trick is. So like I said, in the first, few months, I still get used to the recording, to enter the full screen, to greet all of my students, and I kept forgetting to do all of those, warming up sessions. Therefore, I kept my notes that I always opened it, next to my laptop, and I propped it, so I can see it full screen, and the screen I can see the screen, and it reminds me, the first 1 to 5 minutes, greet my students, record the class. I have my reminder next to me because, that's what I said. I kept forgetting to do that. By the time I, finished the program in a month, I already had developed that habit, so perhaps that will help you as well, Priscilla.
Yeah, I think it helps, but uh, I just bought a new tab and it's an old version. It's an
Mm.
old brand and
Mm-hmm,
it
mm-hmm.
doesn't have much storage. So I don't think it can save my recordings.
Oh,
But
I
is it enough just if I just record on my laptop?
actually, what platform do you use to teach? Do you use Google Meet or Zoom?
Zoom.
Well, you can record to the cloud if you want. So the videos or the recordings won't be stored in your laptop. It will be stored in the Zoom's cloud, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I do know, but okay, I know that. And yeah, every day I just record it as usual as because it I
Well,
demand
uh-huh.
it de I demands it demands me to record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
because usually it is mandatory, right, to be recorded.
yeah, but the
Mm.
thing is, I just these days lately actually, what do you think about my speech, the way I delivering
Yes.
my
Oh, yeah. Okay, we
material?
haven't gotten into that yet. So after the technical things that I have just asked earlier, because yes, it is important that we don't see, your icons and your tabs. Okay, so your students should have just seen the entire presentation, not, your whole window, your page. Okay, that's first and foremost. And then second of all, the way that you teach. I don't know, perhaps this is your practice. So I'm, thinking positively that you usually keeps, your pace lower, especially for beginner students. So yeah, it's not like you are, just explaining one by one, and not giving a minute or two for your students to actually absorb it. I think that was quite fast for beginners.
Oh,
Yeah, for example, after the greetings or after each slide and you're done explaining it, you should have just asked the students, so far, is it clear enough? You should have asked for clarification from your students, yeah, especially, not especially, it really depends on their proficiency level, but you have to make sure that they get it. Okay, so it also, get them to interact with you. So you can use varieties of, do you understand? Is it clear enough? Am I talking too fast? Things like that. You did that, but at the end, already at the end of the practice
yeah.
session, yeah, you remember that, right?
Yeah, but actually, in the first meeting, but not most of meetings, not most of
Mm.
students actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I did explain that I explained in Indonesian first, but
Mm.
it, and finally when they practice to introduce themselves, wow, they pretty good at
Mm-hmm,
practicing in English. So
mm-hmm,
I I asked her to, would you mind if I explain it in English or
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Indonesian or maybe
yeah.
mix it?
Mm. Yeah,
Uh,
that's also a good option. You can do that in the beginning of the presentation or before the class starts, especially if this is a first session like this. So you create a commitment, some sort of, commitment with the student. Would you
yeah,
have, yeah, would you like to have?
but
Mm-hmm.
but the problem is not most of them.
Mm.
My problem is not I forget easily.
Mm-hmm,
Sometimes
mm-hmm.
I remember that I have to when I have to ask their permission. Is it
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay to
to consider
explain?
their needs, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Or maybe just how would you like to learn English? What's your goal?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
forget it, but at the end,
Mm-hmm.
I s- I don't know how does does this um does does she really focus on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
you
Especially
know
online, yeah, we cannot see their
and
faces,
then
what they're doing.
and then finally she told me that, well,
Mm-hmm.
I can you teach me about business English? And then, okay, finally I know why this student didn't didn't get along, like very interested in my
Mm-hmm.
uh yeah.
Okay, materials, yeah. All right, I see, Kak Priscilla. Okay, so, but usually, do you have warming up sessions with your students, like ice breaking or, talking about something else before you jump into the materials?
No, I haven't done that.
Mm.
I've never done that. uh
Okay, okay, okay. Actually, that's a good thing, Priscilla, especially if you teach not only, school students, but also adults. Sometimes they need a transition from being graded, to jump into the materials, to the lessons as it is. Even though they take serious classes like business English or academic English, they'll still like to get to know you or you getting to know them. You get to interact with them before you jump right into the materials. If you use AI to craft your lesson plan, you can ask the AI to please help me create 5 minutes warming up session for this, basic English class, for example. Then they'll provide you, a short prompts or question silly games like, not silly actually, but communicative games like two truth and one lie, agree or disagree, this or that, those kind of games. Even adults are really into it. I think you should try it. Yeah, later on I'll show you, yeah. I'll show you some warming up techniques that you can use with your online classes. Okay, Kak Priscilla?
Yeah, sure, sure.
All right, okay then. So you can stop sharing your screen. I'm going to share mine.
Okay. Um,
Yours. Okay, so actually for today, I have prepared, because you mentioned that you wanted to teach business English, so I prepared a material for today's lesson, but since I just saw your, you know, teaching practice later on, I will provide you some techniques in, teaching Zoom, yeah, via online. All right. So, we are transitioning from, general English to business English, in terms of teaching, because you want to, of course, develop your ability in teaching. Okay, so let's do a warming up here, Kak Priscilla. I'm going to ask you and ask you to reflect on your journey so far, as a teacher for 4 years. Okay, so yesterday we already discussed and talked about how tedious and repetitive it is, to teach the tenses to our students, right?
yeah.
The grammar drills, and sometimes we cannot know if they are motivated or not, whether they understand it or
Yeah.
not. Yeah, and it makes us feel unmotivated ourselves as a teacher. So from all those routines, when you teach in the KBM, for example, offline classes or online classes, where do you feel the most drained from all those routines, Kak Priscilla? What drained
Oh,
you the most? Draining. What is draining in your opinion from teaching general English?
yeah, Kumon, obviously.
Correcting those worksheets.
I mean, I'm still in my journey to quit. It's
Mm-hmm.
still in progress.
It's still in progress. Do you need to submit your 1 month notice to Kumon if you resign?
No,
No. Also, you
I,
can do it immediately.
I don't know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
there by contract in any way?
No, no, no.
No. Okay, so then you can resign
Actually,
anytime.
well, actually, been, I have been in Kumon, and I started in Kumon. I
Mm-hmm.
work for actually every 4 days. The first
Mm-hmm.
the first experience
Mm-hmm.
is 4 days in a
A
week,
week. Uh-huh.
and then when I have a small business laundry,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I tried to resign because it's training,
Mm-hmm.
and my boss said, maybe you just what if we just reduce your days?
Oh, okay, so that's her suggestion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I accepted. Actually, I don't how to say this. I still feel grateful. I grateful for them for hiring
Yeah,
me
yeah.
to be
You,
part of
you don't
them.
have to worry. I'm not judging you. Like you're not ungrateful. You are ungrateful or anything like that. I get the impression that you're afraid that I'm judging you in any way. No, I'm not. It's okay. You can tell me anything. Okay, carry on.
It's
Mm-hmm.
competitive is in common because
Mm-hmm.
uh, but since I was in Kumon, my characters developed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Disciplines, persistence.
Mm-hmm.
You named all of them, all
Yeah.
of the
Oh,
characteristics.
that's
So
great then. Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I will prevail because I think it's not bad either.
Okay, okay.
Until yeah, I think I can't hold it anymore. So
All right, okay.
even though they still offer me,
Mm-hmm,
but I can't. So I decide to quit.
mm-hmm. Well, the decision is yours, but yeah, I'm not the one to give you any advice about that. I think you know better. Okay, so I think it's just the routines and the workload, yeah, that's draining the most, yeah, Kak Priscilla.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then. So, let's shift, yeah, for your next target. So, if you ever get into business English at any cost, or you know, any form of English like this one, English for specific purposes, they're actually, fun, yeah, in my opinion, as in it will bring you different people like this. Yeah, you will get to interact with professionals from myriad fields, and you will be faced with driven learners because they feel like they need it. Usually, people who take business English or academic English or any preparation tests like a TOEFL or IELTS, they're usually more driven, right, Priscilla?
Mhm.
Because one, they are adults. Two, they have a setting, a goal setting in their mind. They need to achieve something. Okay, so when you prepare the materials for them, it is usually more stimulating. But that's a challenge. Usually, our courses don't always provide, materials or lessons for this tailored or custom-made curriculum. So you have to come up on your own. So perhaps that's the challenge. Okay, so if you ever get appointed or find your spark again in teaching, or especially if you teach something that is quite challenging, like the ones that I mentioned earlier, what will you prepare, Priscilla?
In teaching business English.
In teaching, more advanced English to more advanced learners, what will you prepare?
Oh well, I don't plan to teach advanced learners, but since my student is intermediate, so I think I don't know. Do you consider that I deserve to teach them? Because I see that she is intermediate student, so I think, and I have designed the lesson plan from
Mm-hmm.
meeting three actually. We have
Mm-hmm.
been in meeting three, the third meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I've planned it, so I think I
Okay. So for those three meetings, the first three meetings, or perhaps two, yeah, what did you teach her?
okay. Oh, where's my note? I forget where, where I put it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I forget where I put.
Okay, just a glimpse of it. Perhaps did you remember what did you guys talk about in the first and second session?
Okay, maybe. Oh yeah. Oh, I will teach reading,
Mm-hmm.
reading and reading and passive skill,
Passive
reading
voice,
and no passive skill. Oh,
as in listening.
oh, passive and oh yeah, passive and writing actually. Sorry, passive
Okay.
and writing.
Mm. Okay. What does it mean? Passive in it's business English or intermediate English?
Business English for intermediate student,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
if that makes
And
sense.
yeah, yeah, but it is still quite general in my opinion, not really straight to the point in terms of technical or specific needs. But all right, I see your insight. I'm not saying that it is you are teaching an advanced in any way. No, but I'm just saying that we as English curriculum developer, we consider those programs more advanced compared to the beginner or intermediate class. Why? Because usually they have to pay more for those classes. Do you realize that, Priscilla?
They
those
have to pay.
classes, yeah, you usually have to pay more for a preparation, task preparation classes, business English, and IELTS, obviously. Those are considered. So if you want to know which ones, the class that pay the most, they are considered.
Well, I didn't know. They don't tell me. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you usually get an idea from the flyers if you follow their Instagram, for example, or from the website if there's any, and you can determine whether whether it's intermediate or is it beginner for beginners or advanced. But I'm not saying that sometimes the students they don't uh really choose the classes that best suit them in terms of proficiency. For example, people might choose advanced business class or business English. However, they don't have the capacity to speak in that term yet. Do you see what I'm saying?
mm,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So when we get into it, I mean the real curriculum for business English, because usually you need to teach them how to network, how to start to do conversation starters in professional settings, or speaking in a seminar. Sometimes they get confused. I'm not sure that I'm ready for it. But in practice, they already do it. They already sorry. They already work with remote clients. For example, they get clients from Upwork or Fiverr, and they get help from AI or translator for communicating via chat or via email. But they get nervous every time it's time for them to meet online, for example. That's the challenge, right? With, our students who got business class. That's why I asked you, what do you prepare? What will you prepare to teach these classes? Would you, prepare them to face this kind of, scenarios? But yeah,
Mm,
yeah, even though I'm not talking about the proficiency level, like whether it's intermediate or advanced, but it's like you have the mindset of what your business English students would need in their classes. Okay, that's why we need to shift this mindset. Okay, Kak Priscilla, we are talking about functional language here, not only the formulas or the structure that we usually teach to our beginners or intermediate students. Do you see what
well,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Mm-hmm.
It's just not the main. I mean the main result. The main material is in the last meeting. Actually, the last meeting is when finally she will practice how to present, how to negotiate it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the third, we learn just a basic one because we in reading and writing we actually learn the vocabulary. I just want them to learn vocabs and grammar, how to use them. Before
Mm-hmm.
we practice it, we implement how to use it in business
Okay.
English.
All right. I see your concern and where it's leading it. Okay, so you're preparing your students to know more vocabularies that they can use in real situations. That's it, ya, Kak Priscilla, ya?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're trying here. What I'm saying is, if you really get to that position and you want to be known for that capability of teaching business English, you would have to shift your, an English tutor, just a simple English tutor, to communication, culture, a communication helper. So you help them to communicate what they want to deliver in professional context. All right, let's see later on. Okay, so the core mindset for this program, usually you have to understand that they need a real outcome, obviously, and they need to be accurate because if they are not accurate in delivering their message, especially after they use this, yeah, in professional setting, then it will risk them of losing the job at all. Okay, or miscommunicating. So it's a great deal. Business English is not, It's not a play. Okay, so yeah, there's a high stakes there. That's what makes business English quite different compared to other English. So far, I myself have never taught business English myself. So at English Fit, we have English Pro. That's for for professionals who wants to upskill their English in business on professional contacts. And I never get to teach that because they only hand that program to senior tutors and tutors who have long work with, in professional clients in English. And I'm actually, I adore that because the curriculum is quite advanced and the students there, they are also very advanced in terms of speaking. They are almost the same in level of proficiency as us as a tutor. Okay, so you are risking, something great if you don't consider their needs. Okay, that's the accuracy and obviously the outcome because they want an impact in their workplace. They want to be able to present, to show up during the meeting. Okay, one of the students might, have some kind of complaints like, I'm not able to give my opinions during the meeting because I don't know how to say it in English. Perhaps you ever, your student,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and where they want to persuade their boss or their clients, perhaps, uh, via the message that they want to deliver. So even those factories, that there are factories in Indonesia that are owned by Koreans, Chinese. Have you ever heard of that? Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And they communicate with their staff in broken English. However, you need to know English as well. I also handled some students who take basic English class, but that's their concern. They want to communicate better with their foreign bosses, and they need, to deliver their message or their ideas better. Okay, so that's what it means with the outcome and accuracy. So when you're teaching your students next, especially in business English or any English in general, Priscilla, keep in mind about what your students need. So in the introduction session, like you did in the beginning, my suggestion for you is like what I did in the previous meeting. You assess the students as much as you can, not only their proficiency level, but also what they want, what they need, their fears, what they have
Mm.
learned so far. Yeah, try to
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
to dig, especially if you are
Mm.
teaching private class, you have, the flexibility to do that. So you can put it in the introduction session. So not only, telling your name, your age, but you'd like to have real conversation with your student. Okay, that's how you can dig information from them, and that information will benefit you when you tailor the lesson plans for them. All right. And
Okay.
then the second thing that you would have to keep in mind is you are no longer a teacher in terms of, transferring knowledge and using English, but you are also trying to position yourself.
As
Uh,
a consultant.
yeah, yeah. So you're giving them consultation. For example, Miss, if I want to say kalau aku pengen ngomong bisa ditunda nggak meetingnya gitu, tapi bahasanya jangan yang terlalu kayak nolak gitu. Nah, itu kan berarti kita memberikan konsultasi kan. We give them advice on how to say it. Or you can do it in practice. Prakteknya
Yeah,
nanti negosiasinya kita pengen nolak revisi dari dia gitu. Misalnya kok
yeah, yeah.
kliennya minta revisi, kemudian dia nggak mau. How do we help our students? We give them consultation, we give them advice. Jadi kita lebih ke ngarahin gimana biar dia bisa mikir sendiri. Do you see what I'm saying, Kak Priscilla?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yes,
get it.
you're no longer a teacher like when you teach beginner classes. Okay, so yeah, Alhamdulillah, I've got an experience in using English in a workplace. So by the time I graduated from the interior design diploma I told you about, I worked for CDA. It's an interior design firm in Jakarta, and my boss was from Singapore. She's actually Chinese Surabayan, but we mostly talk in English. We sent emails. So even though I never teach business English or something like this, I actually experienced it myself firsthand. So I get an idea how it looks like and how it works. I also contacted vendors using emails in English and calling them and making calls and stuff like that. I was still an intern, but I learned a lot at that time. Okay,
Mhm.
back to again. And then the last one, you will think about return of investment and efficiency because obviously, when they are talking, when they, learn business English with you, your students would like to know practical expressions that they can use directly in class. That's why I ask you, it's still general. Why is it still general? If they take business English, they will expect something in Indonesia we can call daging ya. Okay. Materi
Yeah,
daging. Yeah, that they can implement and it's mind opener for them when they hear it. Yeah, yeah, I can use it with, with my emails or when I apply in Fiverr or Upwork or when I, send a letter in my LinkedIn. Okay, something like that. So this is what you need to keep in mind. Okay, Kak Priscilla?
yeah, yeah, benar sih.
Okay, so don't be afraid. Um, if you feel like I am not, capable enough to do all of this, Miss, I'm sorry. But here's the thing. Have you ever heard of the phrase fake it till you make it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to fake it till you make it until people
For
really
sure.
believe you. Okay. All
I'm
right.
trying.
I still have time. Okay, why is it the same? All right. Okay, so here's the goal of business English. Later on, you can use this to adjust your lesson plans. Yeah. Okay, I'd like to ask again. The lesson plans that you make, it is 100% on your own. So you are not given any guidance on how to develop it, Kak Priscilla.
Well, any guidance? I just,
Yeah. No?
I just watched some reference on YouTube
Oh, okay, okay,
and
okay.
some
So you're
websites.
so you're completely on your own then. I
Yeah.
mean, the course is not giving you any guidance on how to conduct 8 sessions of business English class, for example. Okay, all
Correct,
right.
correct.
Okay, okay, that's why you're very confused. Okay, no wonder, yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
th okay then. So, like I said, they need immediate impact or immediate practical expressions that they can use. So it needs to be relevant for them. For example, what do they usually do? They usually meet via Zoom. They usually send emails or send a proposal, for example, okay, or during presentation and negotiation, okay. And you said you already practice on negotiation, okay. So after you understand the reality that they are facing, you can tailor the lesson plans based on that. Okay, so for example, in emails itself, you can break it down into two lesson plans, Kak Priscilla. You can break it down into writing and sending a professional email. And the other one, you can develop it into another session, which is responding to an email. And in those two sessions, you can, create the scenarios. Well, you can have AI helping you to create, fake scenarios on, negotiation. Okay. So knowing this, what they usually do at work, will help you tailor your lesson plan. So it's not like you are making up things. Those things are real and they need it. Okay, Kak Priscilla?
Okay.
Okay. And then, okay, I think it's similar, yeah. So you can assess their needs, what they want, what is the present situation that they are facing, and perhaps their proficiency level, and then you can try to diagnose, like I said, proficiency levels, and you can check on their job, for example, their job descriptions, what do they do at work, and then the tasks that they have to do, and the emails, perhaps what kind of emails that they send, or if they don't send emails, for example, I only communicate via WhatsApp, for example. Well, you still have to know how to communicate professionally via chat messages, not only via emails, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so try to analyze what your student needs. Okay, so basically, if we sum it up, you need to assess their necessities. Okay, the necessities in the target situation. So, for example, a teacher like you will have a different necessities compared to a researcher, my other student, for example. So I assess your needs and then what you lack. Okay, so For example, you lack the knowledge. For example, you requested, to be consulted and helped in this business English, developing business English lesson plans and modules, right? Okay, so this is what I help you with. And then that's what you want. This is your priorities that you are currently teaching this program. And I'm still not confident enough in doing it, miss. Okay, that's what I get from you. And obviously, your learning preferences. I feel like you are a very communicative person, actually, Kak Priscilla. So it is clear what you want, and you know that you are not, uh, you're not exactly confident in doing something, or you are pretty good at doing something. So that's clear from you. However, this is actually our practice for today, but I'm not sure we still have time. It's almost 2 o'clock. Okay, so actually, I want you to imagine that you are in your first session with your business English student. Just imagine this is a new student for you. Okay, so not your current student, but hopefully you can use this for your next student. Inshallah, yeah, you will get another student, yeah, Kak Priscilla, for business English.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I want you to create 10 diagnostic, sorry, questions or like form, yeah, but obviously not in form of, form, but you're going to interview her, okay, about the potential or, the needs from her, okay? So
Okay.
ask about, yeah, like workplace roles and the communication formats that she would need, and then the key communication blockers or anxieties, the troubles that they face when using English in professional settings. Okay, do you see the idea, Kak Priscilla?
Oh my. uh, I don't know if I can find it immediately.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, we don't have time. I think it should be your homework.
Yeah, please.
It should be your homework. So I'll give you a question, a sample question like this. Okay, what do you do? What do you usually do at work, for example? Or what are your current tasks as a receptionist, for example? Okay, so
Mhm.
ask about, their role, their job, okay, and then the format or communication, the trouble. So I want you to create 10 question. Okay, Kak Priscilla?
Okay.
And make it tailored. Okay, so this needs to be open question
Mhm.
to make sure that the answers that will come from your students will vary from one student to another. But you can keep using this tool, this diagnostic tool, in each and every session that you hold, especially for business English. Okay, Gabrielle?
Okay.
Okay, so dig informations from your upcoming students. Or even you can do it later on, with your current student to get more information from her. Okay, Kak Priscilla?
All right.
So this
Mhm.
is a homework then.
Mhm.
Okay, so this will be our homework for Tuesday, right? Next week.
Yeah, next week. Mhm.
Okay, so on Tuesday next week, in the beginning of the session, I would like you to present your 10 question, okay, for the first interview in the first session. And I want you to explain why do you choose that question and how will that help you? How will that question help you develop your lesson plan? Okay, Kak Priscilla?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good to me. Okay, so far, do you have any questions?
Would you like to upload the link as well? Because I need to. I haven't taken note for your task
Oh, I already,
descriptions.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I already did. If
Uh,
you check at the group description,
uh-huh.
in our group, I already provide the Google Sheets to this link, yeah, to our class reports, and I provide our materials there.
But also the recording because.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I haven't uploaded the recording for yesterday. Okay, and I will.
Okay.
I will this afternoon, inshallah. Okay,
Okay.
Priscilla, thank you
Mhm.
for reminding me.
Thank you.
All right then, Priscilla. I will look forward to your tools, yeah, next week.
Mhm.
Okay, so if there's no more questions, let's end our class today by saying hamdalah and dua. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Barakallahu fika, Priscilla. See you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.